Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make bulletproof coffee. This is my third time making bulletproof coffee. The first time that I made it, I was really excited about it, making my own bulletproof coffee, and I thought it was gonna taste just like Erewhon's Bulletproof Coffee or Bulletproof Coffee, the store, their coffee. But it didn't. It was really watered down and just did not taste very good. That's because I actually used too much water. In the coffee maker, there's a little edge that says max fill. And so you don't want to fill the water past that point, which I did. I was just trying to get more bang for my buck. The second time that I made the coffee, I used the correct amount of water, but I used 2 tablespoons of Kerrygold grass-fed butter, salted butter, which in the directions they say to use unsalted. It ended up being way too salty with the 2 spoonfuls. I suggest if you are gonna use the salted butter that you only use 1 tablespoon. If you're gonna use unsalted butter, you can go ahead and you can use 2 tablespoons and it'll be fine. It won't be too overpowering. That brings us to our last ingredient. There's only 3 ingredients, but the brain octane, the MCT oil. So the thing about MCT oil is if you have too much MCT oil, you will have gastrointestinal disturbances. You might have diarrhea, or you might have really, really bad stomach cramp. So you have to be very careful about how much MCT oil you use, especially in the beginning if you're not used to taking it. Your body has to adjust to digesting the MCT oil. I suggest doing like half tablespoon to start out, or even less than that if you're new to MCT oil, and then just see how you feel and gauge it from there. Let's make some coffee. First thing that I'm going to do is I have some water here, and I am going to flip this top up and pour the water in and not pass the line. Now we put on our little K-cup, our little pod, into here, and then we'll wait for it to brew.
Ooh, baby, on the track, I'm going vroom, vroom. Try to catch me when I pull up in a zoom, zoom. Ooh, driving by the
Now our coffee is done brewing here. So we are going to keep it in the measuring cup while we add our Kerrygold grass-fed butter. I am using salted. Remember what I told you about salted. If you use 2 tablespoons of salted, it's too much and it'll be way too salty. But if you're using unsalted butter, you can go ahead and use 2 and get it in there. We're going to grab our MCT brain octane oil. It's MCT C8, and it is extracted from MCT oil, and it is said to be the most efficient part of the MCT oil that helps to effectively metabolize ketones. So you can use this, or you can use another high quality MCT or avocado, olive oil, whatever your tummy prefers. So I am just going to use half a tablespoon. We're going to grab our blender. Now, this blender is awesome if you have one. If you don't have one, you can use a regular blender. It can be a little chunky. It's a little bit hard to break down without a blender. This helps to emulsify it and gives it a nice little texture. You can put in the ingredients like the butter before you actually brew the coffee, so that as soon as it hits, it sort of melts the butter, or you can put it in the microwave again to melt it down more. But today we're going to use a blender. Now, the thing with this blender is the first time that I used it, I had it too far up, almost just on the surface of the water, or the surface of the liquid that I was blending, and it splashed all over me, which wasn't very fun. What you have to do is, before you turn it on, take it all the way till it touches the bottom, and then turn it on, and hold on tightly to whatever you are blending. it, and before you take it out of the liquid that you're blending, make sure that you turn it off or else it'll go everywhere. So now I'm going to pour it into my mug. And give it a taste. The reason that I'm such a big fan of Bulletproof Coffee is because it's been such an instrumental tool in my journey, not only mentally, but also physically. It's something that I have almost on a daily basis. It's very powerful and it's a great form of energy because it's fat mixed with caffeine. So when you normally drink coffee, you drink it, you have a burst of energy, and then you start to burn out. And then you just feel like you're gonna crash, you're exhausted. With Bulletproof Coffee, that's not the case because the caffeine mixed with fat, which is a longer lasting, slower releasing form of energy. It gives you a steady energy level throughout the day. I will get a large or a medium and I will drink it all throughout the day, and it will last me well into the evening when I'm going to my DJ gig and I still got some left. So I just keep it with me throughout the day. If you are having cravings, for example, instead of going and reaching for the chips or the cake or the cookies, go brew yourself a cup of Bulletproof Coffee and put in the butter and put in the MCT oil, and you'll have a couple sips and I guarantee you won't be craving the chips and the cookies and the soda anymore. It will satisfy you and it will satiate you. Intermittent fasting is the easiest way to get into ketosis because when you fast, your body will start to produce ketones and then your body will start to run on ketones instead of glucose. And how you continue that process by raising your ketone level is by eating a high-fat, moderate protein, low-carb diet. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that they're eating a ketogenic diet, but they're actually eating way too much protein, not enough fat, and maybe their carbs are low. But I get a lot of people saying to me that they don't have a lot of energy. So I feel that if you are trying this diet and you don't have a lot of energy, that you must not be consuming enough fat. I've never had more energy in my life than when I've been on a ketogenic diet. Even hard to turn me off sometimes because I'm already a high energy person, but this has really amplified my performance with work, with my concentration, with my focus. It's going to take some time to get keto adapted, for your body to adapt to running on glucose as its main fuel source to running on ketones as its main fuel source. It's going to take some time. If this is all too overwhelming for you, if the ketogenic diet is too extreme for you, go low carb and do a modified Atkins diet first, and then see how you feel, and then try a ketogenic diet.